Gosh, it kind of stinks in here. That's weird. And I realize it's because this is the... Hey, I'm Morgan from the very unofficial travel guides, and this video is going to be a tour of the Royal Caribbean Anthem of the Seas. Welcome back to the very unofficial travel guides. I'm glad you're here. If this video helps you, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel here. I've got a lot of other cruise ship tours, cruise cabin tours, cruise destination tours, all kinds of cruisy things. So if you subscribe, you'll just get an update about when the next time is I post a video. I'm here in Bermuda. I have been on this ship now for 4 or 5 days, and I'm gonna be able to show you everything, well, almost everything in the ship. It's going to be 2 parts, as I have been doing lately on my ship tours. So it's going to be all the inside stuff, which is going to include a lot of the restaurants and bars and theaters and entertainment stuff. And then the second part is going to be the top of the ship with the pools and the, I almost said water slides, but there are no water slides on this ship. The ripcord skydiving simulator, the surf simulator, the bumper cars, all sorts of crazy fun stuff. I've also got a cabin tour. It's either already online or it's coming up, so you can check that out in my library as well. Let's begin here. This is 270, one of many very unique things about this class of ship. It's a huge multi-function space that is also the home of the unique and actually kind of odd Spectra's Cabaret show. During the day, you have fantastic views of the ocean passing you by, and at night, there are cool projection shows where the windows should be. At the entrance to 270 is the Cafe 270, which is open for breakfast and lunch. I was excited about Cafe 270 before I got on board because I was hoping it was going to be comparable to the Park Cafe on the Harmony of the Seas. Unfortunately, I was wrong, and I wasn't very happy with the food or selection, at least not the meat-free stuff. However, it is a nice alternative to the buffet or main dining room, and you can take your food out into the theater area and enjoy the great view. Let's move on, back out into the main passage and back to me on the ship. So, this is now my real voice in the actual moment. I had to take the audio out of that previous part because they're playing music in there, and you wouldn't have been able to hear me anyways. So, we are walking towards the front of the ship. And on my left side here, I'm going to turn around in a second, is Vintages. Vintages is something you'll find on every Royal Caribbean ship, as far as I know. And it is the wine bar. The atmosphere in Vintages is always very relaxed. It's very seldomly like loud and crazy in here. And what I think is interesting, and I never really got this before, I don't know if it's like this in the other Vintages, but you can order wines by the glass and by the bottle at the bar, but they also have these machines here. You guys ever seen these before? So you can choose from a 2-ounce pour, a 4-ounce pour, or a 6-ounce pour. You just scan your card and choose which one you want. So I think that's pretty cool. I've never seen something like this before, or if I have, I didn't realize that that's what it was. Another thing about Vintages here, and unfortunately I can't show you now because all the menus are gone, but not only can you order the wine by the glass here, they also have cocktails, but next door is one of the specialty restaurants. It's called Jamie's Italian by Jamie Oliver. He's a British television cook. And you can order hors d'oeuvres from the Jamie's menu here at Vintages. So that's pretty cool. All right, if you look down this way, you can see a long ways into the ship. Up there is the Royal Esplanade and other Royal Caribbean ships. Oh, look at the way people are. Do you see the people walking from side to side? Like I said, the ship is really rocking today. Oh, that's funny to watch that. Anyways, So there's this huge piece of art here in the middle, and you can see the Royal Esplanade down there. On other ships, that's called the Royal Promenade, but here on the Anthem, it's the Esplanade. All right, this is Jamie's Italian. It is, like I said, a specialty restaurant, meaning if you want to have a meal here, it's going to cost you a little bit extra. And this is what the atmosphere looks like. You do have a view of the outside, but it's not unobstructed because between here and the ocean, I don't know if you can really see it, but it's the smoking area. So yeah, there's that. Or maybe that's outdoor seating for the restaurant. I'm not sure. Anyways, I can show you a little bit of the menu here. If any of that looks good to you, give this video a thumbs up. We've got some shopping over here on this side, but let's continue on here towards the front of the ship to the Royal Esplanade. I'm gonna stop right here. I wanted to show you this art installation here. It's interactive, so if you put your hands on these things there, it does something. I don't know what. I haven't tried it yet, but I wanted to turn around and show you this. This is a pretty cool view, isn't it? And that right up there is a staircase you can go out on with a glass floor, and then you can look all the way down to here. All right, just so you can get your bearings, that's the back of the ship. That's where 270 is. That's where we started. And if I turn around, like I said, this is the Royal Esplanade. If you compare this to the Royal Promenade on the other larger class of Royal Caribbean ships, it seems smaller. And I have to say, it also seems a little more crowded, which is weird because the fact that it's kind of on two levels means there's actually more space. You know what I mean? There's more venues, there's more restaurants, more bars, more shopping. But I don't know, for some reason it seems smaller and more crowded. And I know the ship isn't full, so that's weird. Anyways, back up to this floor, right over here. We've got the shore excursions area, and also here they have the Royal IQ touchpads, so you can book excursions, you can book show reservations, you can book, you know, like the iFly, the surf simulator, those things, you can all book them. You scan your card here, and then you just set it all up. And those things I just mentioned, the skydiving and the surfing and all that, that's going to be in the second part of this video. So make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can get the notifications about when that is going online. All right, we're going to start here on the left side, heading further towards the front of the ship. Next up, we have the Bionic Bar. I've made videos about this in the past. It's a cool thing. It's not running right now. In fact, it's not even open. These friends here will mix you just about any drink you want, and you tell them what it is you want by ordering on a touchpad on the table here, but they're all gone now, so can't order it now, but it is pretty early. That doesn't stop some people. Straight across on the other side is Wonderland. Wonderland is a new restaurant concept that was created on Royal Caribbean, or by Royal Caribbean. I ate at Wonderland on the Harmony of the Seas, and I thought it was a cool experience, but it's sort of a do-it-one-time thing. Moving further on towards the front of the ship, and we come to Izumi, which is also sort of a staple on a lot of Royal Caribbean ships. It is you know, you call it a sushi restaurant because they offer sushi, but they offer a lot of different Asian-styled cuisine. This is also an extra charge, so it's not included in the price of your cruise. But one different thing about it is it is a la carte, so it means you just pay for what you order. And at many other specialty restaurants, you pay a flat fee and then you can order as much as you want. All right, almost to the very front of the ship, and we are now in the Schooner Bar. If you've ever done a Royal Caribbean cruise, you are familiar with the Schooner Bar. The decorations of this Schooner Bar are very modern compared to almost any other Schooner Bar I've been in. This is the place you come to get a drink, to do trivia usually. And it's just a nice place to hang out. And in the back, or the front of the Schooner Bar, depending on how you're looking at it, is Chop's Grill, like one of the signature specialty restaurants on board. It is the Steakhouse. So obviously I've never been there, but here's a little look at the menu. And I'm pretty sure that Chop's Grill is also a pay one price, and then you can order what you want restaurant. And look, you can even pay even more by buying one of these things. Oh, look, they say gluten-free, lactose-free, and vegetarian options available. Ask your waiter. So I guess if Marcus really wanted to come here, then we could. I would find a way to make it work, even if it meant I just had to go to the buffet afterwards. Moving on. All right, we are almost as far forward in the ship on this deck as I can go. And you see here, we're coming to the Royal Theater, where tonight We Will Rock You is playing. I can't enter the theater now because it's early and there's nothing happening in there, but I wanted to show you that right outside the entrance of the theater is also a exit, or a way to get outside to the Promenade deck. And it's really not a nice day outside today, but there it is. And here's something interesting I just saw. When I was in this little space between the inside and the outside, I was like, gosh, it kind of stinks in here. That's weird. And I realized it's because this is the doggy area. There are people who have service animals on board, and this is where they get to go poopy. So that was more or less everything on deck 5, from the very back to the very front of the ship. I'm gonna go down one deck to deck 4 now, and then we're gonna start at the front and go to the back. I am now facing the back of the ship. Behind me is the theater, and I'm gonna turn right here. You can also see there is another entrance to the theater. And here we come to another part of the Royal Esplanade. And so here is part of the duty-free shop. This is where you can come and try all the perfumes and colognes, like I do just about every day. And I don't spray those very expensive serums on the wall. Inside joke. Moving on, more shops. This is all just the shops with bags and t-shirts and watches and sunglasses and all kinds of things that I never buy on board. Like I said, this is facing the back of the ship, and this area here is called the Music Hall. Let's go take a look inside. Back here outside the music hall, and let's continue walking back towards the back of the ship. The Brass and Bach pub, an Irish pub. Well, it's themed like an Irish pub. That's the feeling inside. Nice place to hang out. They also have beer there and cider, and they have people playing the guitar, live music at night. Nice place to hang out. Continuing on towards the back of the ship. I would say this is kind of more like the main entrance to the Brass and Buck pub. And we've seen this area before in this video from the top. Up there is Wonderland. Back up here is the Bionic Bar. And over here is the Cafe Promenade, another place where you can go to get good food almost 24 hours. It's currently breakfast time on board, so this is all breakfasty stuff here also in Sorrento's, but normally they've got pizza here, and you can get pizza by the slice, or you can have them make you an entire pizza with whatever you want on it, so that's pretty cool. Continuing on through the Esplanade towards the back of the ship, there is more shopping as well as the Boleros Bar, which has live music and dancing at night. Across from there is guest services, which is like the front desk in a hotel, and I continue on towards the back of the ship and soon will arrive at the Anthem's version of the main dining room. On this side we have Silk. And on this side, we have the American Icon Grill. If you want to eat in one of these spaces for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, it is included in the price of your cruise. I didn't eat in any of the main dining rooms while on the Anthem, and I usually don't on any ship. The interior design in Silk and American Icon look different, but they actually serve the same menu. And although I didn't eat at any of these restaurants while on board, I did appreciate looking inside because, hey, #fancy. So that was all the way to the back on deck 4. Now we're gonna go down even one more deck. Facing toward the back of the ship, another entrance to the main dining room. Let's turn around. And here we have the Casino Royale. As always, I can't really film in there. You know, I know some people do it, but I feel like every time I try to film in a casino, somebody reminds me that it's not allowed. So let's just say I'm going to walk through the entire casino now to the front of the ship. And I have to say, as far as casinos go, this isn't a small casino, but I feel like on the bigger Royal Caribbean ships I've been on, it is the smallest of those casinos. So Harmony of the Seas, and I feel like Navigator, Mariner also had bigger casinos than this. And definitely like Norwegian Epic, Norwegian Getaway, Norwegian Escape, they all had bigger casinos than this. Made it through the casino. I'm still facing the back of the ship, and here is one of the entrances to the lower level of the music hall, that multi-level venue where there's live music. They also do some of the game shows in here. Karaoke is in here, and there is a bar. There are 2 bars in there actually, and pool tables. And I really like this concept, but I'm not going to go in there right now because there's a presentation happening and I just feel uncomfortable. But now we are facing the front of the ship. I'm back up in my cabin now because it was just getting too loud and crowded down in the ship to actually speak to the camera anymore. So that was the like the belly of the ship tour. There really isn't much more down there that I didn't show you. And like I said, in part 2, which is going to be coming up soon, I'm going to show you the top of the ship, all the fun, cool things that there are to do up there, and there really are some fun, cool things to do. So, like I said, be sure to subscribe and press that notification button so you will know when that video goes online. If you're planning to cruise on the Anthem of the Seas, then get in touch. Maybe I can answer some more of your questions that haven't been answered in these videos, or, you know, maybe just watch the videos, and then if you have any more questions after that, then get in touch, because probably I've answered the question already. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Never mind. And I will see you on Sunday for Sunday Sofa Time, where I sit in front of a red sofa and talk about fun, travel-related things. That sounds like fun. Bye-bye.